In this video, I'm going to go over everything around how to track your calories and how to track your meals for today. I'm going to go over why you should track your calories, why a calorie counter should not be the end-all be-all, how to weigh out your food at a very dummy level, raw versus cooked meat and how they both are different, what type of measurements are best and why using a cup size is not always ideal, common things people forget to track, how to track your food when you go out to eat, and how to input everything into MyFitnessPal or another app. So why should you count your calories? So if you move your body more and you eat less than the amount of calories it takes for your body to maintain your weight, you're going to end up losing weight. And the opposite goes for if you're trying to put on weight. If you're taking in more calories than the amount that you move, you're going to end up gaining weight. So tracking your calories helps you see it live time and give you an accurate measurement on where you are on that given day. If you're starting from scratch and you have no idea what the amount of calories you should be eating, you can go to any calculator online. I'm going to link one down in the details section below. Now, although those calculators will give you a guideline on where to go, this will change over time. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, but you should not 100% rely on a calorie counter. The amount of calories that it takes for you to maintain your weight will end up being different, and it's not always going to be the same as the ones that are shown to you on one of those calculators. So I don't want you to rely on that fully. Best way to approach it is by adapting the amount of calories that you're intaking to see if you're gaining or losing weight with that. And the best way to do that is by working with a fitness coach. If that's something that you're interested in, I have a link down below and you can apply for it today. So now I'm going to go over how to weigh everything. First things you need to do is turn on the scale, obviously. I'm going to put some oats into this meal. And before I do anything, I'm going to put the bowl on. And you're going to see that it does go to a certain weight. All I'm going to do next is zero it out. And once when it's at zero, I'm actually going to move the units over to grams. So the reason why I set it up to grams is because it's not always that accurate by using a cup. Or, well, in this situation, it's a half cup. So for example, I have a half cup scooper right here. I'm going to use that as my measuring for my oats. So this is a half cup of oats. This says that it should be about 40 grams. And when I put that in, it's about 55. So you can see that it's a little bit inaccurate. So yeah, what I'd rather do is go off of the 40 gram serving size on the carton. That's why I highly recommend just weighing it out instead. So now after taking out some of the oats, it's at 40 grams. And so now I have a full serving of what I can put into MyFitnessPal. So in MyFitnessPal, I'll put in that I had 40 grams of oats and I'll have 150 calories on there. And 5 grams of protein will come up and all the rest will populate as well. So this is not the same as that. How so? Well, when you cook any type of meat, it ends up losing some weight in the process. So when you're tracking your meats in MyFitnessPal or whatever app, you need to make sure that you're selecting either raw or cooked when you have officially weighed it out and disperse it into whatever meal that you want. A 4-ounce raw chicken breast would end up being around 125 calories, and a 4-ounce cooked chicken breast would be at 187 calories. So if you're consistently not putting in, if it's cooked or raw, you could be miscalculating your calories at a very high level, and it could end up being closer to hundreds that you're not counting for. If the raw versus cooked thing seems complicated, just measure it out cooked. That's it. That's my advice. So the most common things that people forget to track is olive oil, any sauces and condiments that you're putting on, and any drinks that you're having throughout the day, as they can add up pretty heavily. Just as an example, 1 tablespoon of olive oil is over 100 calories. And also a quick tip for sauces, if you are trying to cut weight, I highly recommend staying to something that's more vinegar based, something more like a hot sauce or a Frank's Red Hot, anything along those lines in comparison to a ranch. Because that will easily just save you around 120 or so calories right there. And one cool quick tip about anything that's like in a bag or in any type of container is that you can use the serving size to determine how many calories are being used in there. So for this example, this bag has 4 servings per container right there. Right now, I'm actually going to eat a decent amount of broccoli in my meal. So what I'm going to do is actually put in about half of this into my meal. So after putting half of the broccoli in there, I know to calculate that I have used 2 servings. So that would just be a total of 60 calories when I put that into MyFitnessPal. And yes, I know the chicken is burnt. And to show how to track this meal in MyFitnessPal, I'm going to go to search for food. I'm going to look up chicken thigh cooked. And you can see it's in my history right now because I have logged it, but I'm just going to take you through the entire cycle. So I'm going to hit search. And you can see that there's plenty of different options of chicken thighs being cooked. I'm just going to pick this one. And from here, I had exactly 5 ounces of cooked chicken. So I can put that in. And I'll put that in for lunch. So the next thing I'm looking for is white rice. And you can see that I've actually used this before. So I'm just going to click on that third one, the white rice cooked. And I had exactly 175 grams of white rice. So I'm just going to click this and scroll down to where it says 1 gram and put down 175. Hit that check mark. And that frozen broccoli that I had, and what I can do is hit that scan the barcode, but this is the free version of MyFitnessPal, and unfortunately you can't use it. If that was something that you were interested in doing, you can easily just pay for it. They do have like a monthly fee, but also in my one-on-one coaching, I do provide all of my clients with a different type of tracking system that does allow you to scan a barcode. However, for this situation, I know that I bought my frozen broccoli from Lidl, so I'm going to look up Lidl broccoli, and you can see there's a broccoli cuts right there, but I'm just going to go to search all foods, and you can see that somebody has put one in for the Lidl one right there. And I had exactly 2 servings, so that would be 170 grams. And that's logged. And you can't forget the sauces that you put in as well, so I'm going to add in that sriracha mayo. And just like that, I've logged my lunch for today. So what do you do when you go out to eat? If you're going to a franchise restaurant or anything along those lines, like a Panera or, for instance, a Buffalo Wild Wings, MyFitnessPal and a lot of other apps actually have some of those meals on there, so you can easily select it just like this, and you can add that to your daily intake. Again, I want to emphasize that tracking calories is a very big deal if you do want to gain or lose weight. And if you do feel like you don't have enough time to track your calories, or this does look time consuming, I really want you to second guess yourself on that thought. Tracking your calories is one of the most important things to do, especially in the beginning of your fitness journey, because it really paints a picture on how many calories that you're taking in. And without this, it makes it practically impossible to reach your fitness goal of losing weight or gaining weight. And yes, I know it does look like very tedious and everything, but by doing this over time, it becomes a habit, and it really doesn't take long at all. For instance, like it probably takes me a total of 5 to 8 minutes a day to track all of my food. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. If you are interested in any one-on-one coaching, hit that link below and you can apply today. Peace off.